Failed batch. Grab it.
All your dreadlong life, you have lived with despair, anguish, hatred. But none of these compare to your guilt. Of all the gods and kings and golden lords, why was it you she saved? Her light is dying, her life almost spent. And you will never learn why this unknown slaughterer chose to spare you. You know whose help she needs. Will you let her drown in your despair? Or will you sheathe your hate and ask them? Never. All your dreadlong life, you have lived with despair, anguish, hatred. But none of these compare to your guilt. Of all the gods and kings and golden lords, why was it you she saved?
Sorry.
Her light is dying, her life almost spent. And you will never learn why this unknown slaughterer chose to spare you. You know whose help she needs. Will you let her drown in your despair? Or will you sheathe your hate and ask them?
Never.
Still, you delay. You doom the only one you ever wished to save through your own stubbornness.
How did we just lose a significant percentage of our bioplasma reserves? Well, hello? Any techs care to run a diagnostic? No system fault. We've got an intruder. Triple robotic security on all vaults. Camera 5. What is that thing? Tenno? No, it doesn't fight like a Tenno. Troops, monitor, but keep your distance. Am I on? Intruder! This is Captain Zito of the Ardent, in service to mighty Parvos. Whoever you are, stand down. Your actions will not be tolerated. Well done, whatever you are. It seems you have what you came for. But why? He's a what? Read me that entry again, Ensign. But what use would the Tenno Hunter have for medical-grade bioplasma? Track him.
You see? Futile. Only one can help her now. Beard the beast in its den. You know the path of old.
Damn it! Signal lost.
Operator? Did you disable the security grid? Whoever is there, step into the light! Who's there? Operator? Umbra? Helminth. Otis assuredly heard something just now. Who's there? Operator? Umbra? Helminth.
Whoa! Whoa. Last guy who tried sticking me with a blade? Things didn't go so well for him.
Stay calm, Operator.
Urgent!
Wait, Ortis. I don't think he's here for a fight. Are you?
That feather. Processing. It is from a warframe. One who went missing around the time of the Oracle fall, but documentation is scarce. Almost redacted.
You're here for help? For a warframe? Why? You hate warframes. Unless... Is this one... like... you?
Orders doubts anything is left of their sanity at this point.
All right, I'll help. For them. Whoever they are. Sorry.
Strange. A warframe's power should last forever, but some additional factor is draining hers. I am unable to determine what.
We can't let her die.
To restore a depleted warframe, Order suggests you turn to the base matter of which warframes are made.
The infestation. Go. If you're serious about saving her, you need to spill a lot of infested blood. She needs cortichrome, and that has to be harvested directly from a juggernaut.
One of the old Corpus Hulks off Eris. Find me the cargo manifest. I want to know what he's searching for. He's woken a juggernaut. Clumsy. Unless he meant to? But why?
Don't just stand there. Go! The longer we wait, the less of a chance we have of saving her.
Wait. Bioplasma. Now cortichrome. Could it be he's playing doctor? There's a warframe at the bottom of all this. I'm sure of it. Alert the Sisterhood. No. Alert Vala herself. I want to deliver this asset to her personally.
She's worse. We can buy her a few more minutes, but she's not gonna make it through this.
Try.
You don't understand. Whatever's been draining her, it's speeding up. And she's not fighting it.
Try. Jade.
Secure the ship. He's not going anywhere.
He's coming up. Get security in position. The Sisterhood doesn't give second chances.
Candidate, Brother Parvos is watching.
Captain, there's no warframe down there. Just traces.
He took something. Rip it from his dead hands.
Siento pai, poteco.
All crews, cease fire! Cease fire! Stop firing!
You're going to be a father, Soren.
But, Phlegums, if the Lord's found out...
You'll take care of us. Always. Won't you?
Syria.
unread in.
Tenno, the shadow has fled. His lairs silent and empty. He will not return. Understand, she haunts this place. Her light has marred the earth. She whispers in the sleeping machines. Through the disintegration of her flesh, she lives on. In honor of my barren, void-scarred womb, I entrust Jade to you. He would not have wished this, but she would. I remain the great and terrible Hanao.
Oh, sorry. Artists will play with the volume off.
I could have been worthy of you.
My lonely vigil is over. Follow me, Tenno, and on no account wake the family. Despite their conflicts, they sleep in peace. But a solitary dream plagues me. You must understand, constructs cannot dream. And yet, I have. In my dream, one single name repeats. Kalimos. The memory surface, long locked away. This was no dream, Tenno. It was a precept. The Kalimo sequence. I must fulfill this dormant precept. The Kalimo sequence has begun, and it cannot be undone. I have one responsibility in the Kalimos sequence. Awaken the sleeper. But I cannot do it alone. Please, assist me once more. I fear we are off the edge of the map and into the domain of monsters. Master Entrati never completed his final project, the vessels. The sequence dictates they cannot awaken before the sleeper does. Do you hear that? Let us hope the sleeper is untroubled by such strangeness. Find them. Necromex, poor abandoned things, still faithfully following Master Entrati's last command to defend. Show mercy, Tenno. End them. Master Entrati called it the Void Tongue. He feared it was meaningless, and feared more that it was not. That book was like a diary to Master Entrati. His grimoire. No doubt it holds the secrets of the vessels. And of the Kalimo sequence. Take it, Tenno. Is very active. It is reading you. I confess it galls me slightly to see a compendium of knowledge used as a weapon. But please, Master, we need be in no doubt of your skill at any rate. Monstrous danger, these labs. Better off sealed. We can only hope the sleeper has been untouched by this vast horror. This great indifference. I ask too much of you, Tenno. These horrors must be stopped! If these fragments were to unite... Destroy them swiftly, Tenno. Right. Onward!
The next train is arriving.
A trap? Master Entrati jealously protected his most adored possessions, be they objects or people. Come! The sleeper awaits!
The Kalimo sequence has begun? Did he send you? Is he? No. No, of course he didn't. That would be impossible.
This is, well, Lloyd, the original. All emotional centers very much intact. Did you have a good sleep?
Ah, the helpful necroloid my Albrecht had made, so that I might have assistance and company. Perhaps that made it easier for him to leave. Resume your duties, Construct.
Resume your duties, Construct.
Please, follow me.
This is a Tenno, an orphan of the void, continuing the struggle our master abandoned.
A Tenno. A deserter, presumably. Is it not aware there's a war going on? So, the war, too, is just a memory now.
Tenno, while Lloyd completes his inspections, you'd better meet the Cavia, a reminder of darker times. Though Master Entrati always hoped the awaited operator would be able to understand them. An incomplete experiment, one might say.
Albrecht left a great deal incomplete. The vessels are unfinished, like a book one might one day return to. Operable, barely. The sequence dictates I am to wait for their operator. Clearly that cannot be you.
Oh, it can be. Tenno, Master Entrati's grimoire suggests you are the key. That colorless antique there? Use it.
This isn't right. The transference stream. It's being diverted.
Please note, payment processing systems are powered. All ticketing stations are cash only.
Arthur, find a terminal. Check in. I need to know you made it.
Feels like there's someone in my head.
Nearly done with this bitch of a year. I wish we could just start over. Find that Dr. and Trotty bastard on day one. Then I wouldn't be alone on New Year's Eve. They found me. Keep going, Arthur. Find Dr. and Trotty. Follow him into hell if you have to.
Coming up to midnight, folks. Is your PC ready for the new millennium? Or are you one of the switched-on thinkers who can tell this so-called Y2K event is just a bunch of bullpucky? Stay tuned. Here's where we find out.
You are late.
So, Albrecht made it to 1999 in one piece. But that thing is still on his heels. Albrecht rarely smiled after his return from the void. And never like that. I smashed the casket for nothing! It followed him anyway! Silence, creatures! It seems the murmur overloaded your connection. Unfortunately for Albrecht's cherished POM 2, not as future-proof as the label claimed. Alas. The murmur. They're attacking the sensory network I installed. Our eyes and ears. To arms, Tenno! Play the warrior, and leave the tactics to me. Construct, I'm awake. Your one responsibility is fulfilled. Be with the family. They must be kept in the state of ignorance to which my Albrecht so wisely consigned them.
But I... Yes, I see. Until we meet again, Tenno.
Allons-y.
too if I'd done what Lloyd did. Doesn't that grimoire feel a little light?
The murmur presumes to destroy our auditory and visual senses. In all the time I have been asleep, they have never once been so bold. Ignore the caveat, Tenno. If Albrecht ever understood their babble, he never bothered to share that knowledge with me. Here they come! After all those years of creepy, silent encroachment, something has changed them, stirred them up. The Necromegs never could be compelled to attack the murmur. Albrecht suspected they could no longer distinguish between the indifference and himself. A theory he was reluctant to confirm. Defense system of sorts. Gather enough of the floating Vosphine glyphs, and they should reinvigorate the organs you're here to protect. A fallback system, in case the promised operator never showed. Shifting focus. Get to the Victrium. Look at them. The indifference. He could have given lessons in indifference.
Come! Come!
Albrecht once thought the Carvia should have been destroyed. Failures all. But he briefly showed reluctance. And I saw no reason to punish them for his negligence. I saw off Granum's thugs. I beat back the infested. And by the void I shall see the end of these monstrosities. yourself down, then. We are still alive. Rejoin me, and the Kalimo sequence may proceed.
You're right, Fish. Lloyd could never figure things out. We have nothing to worry about.
If the Kavia have been babbling our secrets to the Murmur, I shall immolate the lot of them. Promise or no promise? It seems Albrecht said more than we heard. Despite the signal becoming corrupted, his words to you are preserved in the transference buffer. We should extract them. But for that, the POM-2 requires a replacement board. And those are all hidden away in the Netracels. You do understand that accessing a Netracel without a key glyph is completely impossible? A key glyph. So, the Kavia have provided the very item we require. Very well. Proceed to the Netracel at your own risk, Tenno. That babbling oddity may be sending you into a trap, and if you do end up in one, I'm afraid you are on your own. Glyphs are a heavy burden for living beings to bear. Each type will impede you in its own way.
Everybody, we are here with Whispers in the Wall. I got a free Oricon Catalyst. Cool. But more importantly...
What is the Steel Path in Warframe, and how do you unlock?
The moment I'm recording this video, alright? I'm going to help you get inside, but here, you know, it's just really... If you pay attention, okay, there is two of them here and there. Okay, if you pay attention, there is an entrance. The entrance is right there, you see? Is right there. So I run all the map trying to figure out how to enter, but the reality is simple. Here, look, you just sit on top of this ball. We're just trying to make it fantasy, alright? I just sit on the top of this ball, okay? And not this, not this, not this, and boom. You see? There is difference. There is no pipe coming out of here. You see that? Boom. You get in, jump, turn to the left, boom, 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 boom. You're gonna see this yellow thing, and you're going to jump in, and here we are inside. What you going to find here? A very lovely treasure. Shrill Voka, and you're gonna get...
Look at these things. Lying around. Abandoned. Like you, Lloyd.
You are his demon, not mine. I won't listen. My apologies, Tenno. I shall refrain from further outbursts. There, a Netracell. Albrecht has stored all manner of sentimental old junk in these. Insert the keyglyph. The Netracell's security apparatus is diligent. That door won't open while it can sense the murmur nearby. So eliminate them. The lab's automated systems are trying to lock down the Netracell. Your only option is to destroy them. sardonic aloofness. I was a fool not to see the resemblance before.
You should have left well enough alone, kiddo. It'll never get better if you keep on picking at it.
Excellent. Return to me with the board, Tenno. Thank you. A moment, please. Would you do the honors?
Arthur? Tenno. Forgive me. I need Lloyd to understand why I had to leave. Without him. Why I forced him to destroy the device after I had gone. And why I could never say the words he so needed to hear. had remained in the Deimos laboratory, Lloyd would never have been safe from him. You know of what I speak. And so I retreated to the only place in history where that entity could not easily follow, to draw his greedy eye away from Lloyd. Tenno, I require your trust. Craft the little curio whose blueprints you will find in the computer's memory. Complete the Kalemos sequence. Repair. Rebuild. When the time is right, find me.
The skin of a martyr doesn't suit you, Albrecht. If something mattered, he'd have found a way. It's too late. You heard him, Tenno. He requires your trust. So craft the bloody thing.
Because you're a friend, I'm going to offer you something special. Just remember.
Tick-tock, kiddo. You don't want to be late again, do you?
The Jahu gargoyle. Bring it back here and we shall examine what form will do to help us. Albrecht may have told you to build that thing, but given how he used people and threw them away, he may not have cared for your safety. If that gargoyle is a threat, you must take it from the sanctum immediately. Now, activate it.
At last! If ignorance is bliss, then you, Tello, must be ecstatic. Come on then, bring it closer. Wakey, wakey.
Where did that come from? Identify yourself!
Please, Lloyd, let them figure it out. Hello! Wake up, Tenno! You need to find me! Oh, that's it! Almost there! Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong way! Bipeds. Hello! Wake up, Tenno! That's the right direction. No, this way. No, we're going to be here all day, aren't we? Yes, man. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong! That's the right direction. Who's a clever little... No, we're going to be here all day, aren't we? No, this way. That's the right direction. Oh, no, this way. Yes, man. No, we're going to be here all day, aren't we? That's the right direction. Oh, and now it's wandering off. That's it. Almost there. That's the right direction. No. Yes, very good. Keep going. No, we're going to be here all day, aren't we? Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! That's it. No, that's the right direction. No, this way. Yes, very good. Keep going. That's the right direction. Who's a clever little air breather? You are. Yes, you are. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong! What? That's the right direction. Oh, who's a good biped? No, this way. That's it. Almost there. That's it. Almost there. No, we're We're going to be here all day, aren't we? Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong way! That's the right direction. Who's a clever little air breather? No, I'm not. Yes, yes, very good. Keep going. No, this way. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong way! Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong way! That's the right direction. Oh, who's a good biped?
Riss. Light.
That's the right direction.
Kra. Time. An old name.
No, this way. That's it. No, I'm not. We're going to be here all day, aren't we? That's the right direction. Oh, who's a good biped? Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong! No, I'm not. We're going to be here all day, aren't we? Yes, yes, no, this way. No, this way. The right direction. Direction. Oh, who's a good bite? No, I'm not. We're going to be. Yes, yes, very good. Keep going. Yes, yes, very good. Keep going. That's it. Almost there. That's the right direction. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong! That's the right direction. No! This way! Yes! Yeah! No, I'm not. That's the right direction. Who's a... No, I'm not. We're going to be here all day, aren't we? Oh, and now it's... Keep going. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong! That's the right direction. Oh, who's a good biped? No, I'm not. We're going to be here all day, aren't we? No, I'm not. That's the right direction. No, this way. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong way! Biped. right direction. No, this way. That's the right direction. Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Yes, very good. Keep going. That's the right direction. Who's a clever little air breather? You are. Yes, you are. Yes, very good. Keep going. No, that's it. Almost there.
Thus, chaos. Death was on me, I was certain. I was face down, eyes clenched, my heart pulsing the last of its seconds, and my lungs burning the last of its air. A sudden nostalgia gripped me. I grasped desperately for memory of a storm just past, the fumbling pitch of a child's song. Yet all these thoughts seemed to steal away from my mind like smoke through a vent. I would die empty. I then became aware of another sensation, physical, a web of pain, needles itching into my arm. At once I realized I was alive. Laying in the bill's shattered ceraglass, I groped the ground, warm stone, the floor of my laboratory. So, I had never left. And so...
No! This way! Oh, and now it's wandering off again. Hello! Wrong way! That's the right direction. Oh, who's a good bike? Wake up!
But more importantly, everybody, alerts. Get out! Run into the mouth! Okay, so next fight. We've been watching so much Titan. SNK, holy. Lloyd was in cryostasis. You know, same idea. Playing Warframe all my life. Ugh. I like the brains. Because we want to see what's going on every time. Interesting. What's up, Lloyd? Here's the board.
Thank you. A moment, please.
Okay.
Is a threat? You must take it from the sanct.
Must be exterminated.
Guys, we unscrambled his brain.
Bring it closer. Wait,
Nice.
Clever. No. Yes, very good. Keep going. That's the right direction. Oh, and now it's wandering up. That's it. No, that's the right direction. Here, in the jar. What? Over with.
Albrecht used you to give the Cavia a voice, just as he used me to keep them alive. Such a resourceful man.
So, here we are then, the best of what's left. Clearly, Papa's plan was countered. Color me surprised. Right then, we may proceed with the sequence.
You animals have observed us all this time, have you not? You've given yourself a role in the sequence?
Indeed we have. Oh, come, Lloyd. It's named after Papa's favorite pet. Spared the rod and spoiled. We know the fragmented ones are heralds of the indifference. We know the chosen operator must summon and destroy them. And regrettably, you, Lloyd, have made this impossible.
Choose your words carefully, fish.
Tenno, the grimoire is incomplete. The final page hidden away by Lloyd. Be a darling and retrieve it. That's all. Run along.
So be it. The gift of decency was clearly not bestowed upon the Cavia, Tenno. But I cannot deny the page's current status is lost.
Talk! I can talk! Hey! Oh, Mr. Lloyd! Mr. Lloyd! Where is Papa? Why did Papa leave us? Mr. Lloyd!
Papa is gone! We could all be gone too! In an instant, like... We have to keep quiet.
Okay.
Allow me to boil this down for you. Should the indifference's corrupting touch reach us and take back our speech, we would be screwed. So, real love, and eradicate the murmur in this patch before the big bad gets word that Lloyd's awake and the fish is talking.
Tenno, there is some truth to what the fish says. That page was the last thing my Albrecht ever wrote. Meant for me. Since I had no interest in reading his endless self-justifications, I hid it away instead. But with all this chaos, it's undetectable.
Is missing a digit, it is confined to the strands of Kra. Don't ask, your tiny mind would likely pop under the strain of understanding. This limitation
is our one hope.
Do not patronize the Tenno fish. The strands of Kra are merely void renderings of the chains of cause and effect. Conceptually embodied timelines, if you will.
Papa's daughter excelled at explaining complicated concepts in childish terms. I see now where she learned it. sure this is new, the rest of us are moments away from an extinction grim, black, and final. So, if you would be so kind, finish up so I can point you toward that sodding page! Towards competence, but here you are. Now, please.
How about you give me the page instead, kiddo? Consider it part of our deal.
It's done. Keep it to yourself, Tenno. I'm damned if I'm giving Albrecht the last word.
Fell hand raps upon the untimed door, and sans grimoire, we are undone! We've been rumbled!
Listen, the Murmur diverted your extraction jump. We need you back at the Sanctum, now! Hurry! My future. It's taking the labs inch by inch. Well, I won't let it take his bloody caviar!
The sodding indifference seeks a path through the walls! And then, Tenno, through you! Keep it at bay! The strand holds. The indifference approaches. Soon, it will take on mass. The grimoire must speak with its own voice.
You gave me back my sight, but I would not spare you a glance. You gave me back my voice, but I never spoke to praise you as I should have. For you were my right hand, my strength, my support, my sanctuary. Even when the galleries hurled scorn upon me, your sole desire was to suffer it in my stead. Day of service, you aspired to be worthy of me. I only wish that I could have been worthy of you, my lord.
Tenno! No. Operator.
The strand of claw has been cut, while the indifference remains undeterred. I foresee a grim and continuing struggle to safeguard Papa's laboratory from its fell and ruinous grasp.
Indeed. I shall not waver. Protect the vessels. Repair. Rebuild. So runs the Kalimo sequence. And such is our task. In the version of the past we saw, my Albrecht said we were too late. The solution, naturally, is to arrive on time next time. You keep the murmur at bay, I shall fulfill my role. Punctuality. The Entrati family never could arrive on time without my help. And so, here I am, back to my old role, the diligent servant. Albrecht would have smiled at that, I think. He said, "My last sight of your face must not be marred by tears."
We had a deal. The deal was shook. A little handshake, all it took. Though from the deal, the wee child ran.
Yet still, we end as we began.
Now that you're here, Tenno, let's put you to work. You've met the animals? The catastrophe Albrecht saddled me with? Well, any ideas? Their roles were intended to be filled by qualified personnel. People! Instead, we have this. It's bad comedy. They're imprinted with whatever information they need to function, and an understanding of our current state of affairs, including Albrecht's absence. They were sent into the Void using a bell of the same design that Albrecht initially used. The Void got in, somehow. Again. One of the animals was lost, and the rest came back like that. We placed them in stasis, pending a proper examination. For them, the disaster, intelligence, and selfhood all occurred only hours ago. They're psychological shrapnel. And they're all we've got. See what you can do with them. I simply do not have the time. I know what it must have cost you to bring me Maybe I'll just take So much of what we do resembles. Very good, Tenno. Sometimes I wonder how much of this Albrecht saw coming. And then I try not to think about it. I'll just put this on. Arcane. Oh, I'll just pop up. I cannot lie, Tenno. I have always felt nervous in the presence of warframes. The Orokin twisted people into weapons, and I've seen firsthand the bloody and well-deserved consequences of that act. Dante, though. In his very good, Denno. I wait upon your pleasure.
Thank... Oh, yes. Operator, correct? Drifter, perhaps? You'll find our merry band share that unconventional relationship with their appellations. I am Fibonacci. Papa's design has uplifted me to function as the coordinating factor of this little group. You, may have heard that one of our number was consigned to paradise before our return from the void. Min, Tagver's mate. Yes, most unfortunate. Too often it is the good and the young who forge our future, laying their lives upon progress's unfeeling anvil. Now, let us apply ourselves to the grand work at hand and deny our minds melancholy's frigid caress. To work! One struggles to fathom as you were.
I wasn't me, then I was me. Will I be not me again? When I'm not me, will I remember being me? Miss me? I think I miss being not me. Mr. Tagfer is very still and very quiet. Like a dead thing in the hot green thing I think that came from. Jungle. He must be practicing. Mr. Tagfer? Wow, he's really good at that. Dead thing. Is Min a dead thing? Can my friends be dead things? Can I be a dead thing? Oh, Papa will bring her back. Papa can do that. Papa won't let us be dead things. Papa, bark, loves us. Yes, bark, bark. Mr. Fibonacci. He'd know. Papa's plan, he said. So, Like him? Okay.
Sorry, 1 minute. I existed only to eat and flee and breed. The next I was me. But Min, did Min have time to be Min? Before she and I, we were the last. Did you know that? Without her, there's no more us. No more Tagfer and Min. No soft calls. No gentle nuzzling muzzle. No little Tagfers. No little Mins. Ever. Fibonacci says we have to trust that it's all part of Papa's plan. How? Why? And now I have a purpose. So the fish says, to help you in the ways in which I have been instructed. But all I want is to be with her. Min. Papa never wanted anyone to know what he was up to. That's why he built the Netra cells, little hideaway vaults. Not even Lloyd knows what he got up to in there. I want to know. Okay then. Who, me? If there's anything in the Netracells about the vessels, steal it. I understand.
Someone, is it?
Tenno, the warframe Corvex was designed by my Albrecht's own hand.
Chosen operator. A friendly suggestion. You could do so much.
Oh, the Leverian. It was floundering. You understand? Going under. All that work I put into it, and so few visited, let alone donated. Oh, I don't mean you, of course. I know you're a friend to the Leverian. You just wasn't enough. So when Parvos made me an offer, I thought, well, why not? Just... hello, friend. You find me now amidst the bones of all I am, of the thing that mattered most to me in my too long life. You know, I wasn't sure it was possible to be less than a man, for I imagine you surmised why I have summoned you here. To ask that in the name of what... There were rumors, of course. Master Entrati was known at that. I would give much for my friend to... I do not know what possessed me. Parvos Granum. You know the name. Did I never tell you of Dante? No, I suppose I didn't. I suppose I hadn't the fortitude. I imagine you surmised why I have summoned you here. To ask that in the name...
Operator? Ordis wonders, what are you thinking about? Ready for action. fresh off the line.
Well, it's early where Nora is, and as she wipes the sleep from her eyes, she wonders, does the hmmm ever leave that tower? Can she leave that tower? Who is she? What is she? Someone in Cedar. Nora is all about incentivizing. That's all we have time for.